Vegan, because we protect the defenseless.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Naše programy nabízejí více jazyků. Prosím, navštivte suprememastertv.com/schedule.
It's the truth I'm after, and the truth never harmed anyone. What harms us is to persist in self-deceit and ignorance. Please continue watching for the contemplative writings of the ancient Roman emperor Marcus Aurelius.
The kind people of fabulous Sicily like to show their joyful spirit with the greeting "Come stai?" That translates as "How are you?" in Italian, one of the spoken languages on the scenic island. Good-hearted viewers, my name is Giovanna. The serene Sicilian citizens wish you bright days lived in gratitude and shared love. May the heavens protect you always. Welcome to What We Were Designed For, from Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, Part 2 of 2 on Words of Wisdom. Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor of the 2nd century, also known as the last of the 5 good emperors, after Nerva, Trajan, Hadrian, and Antoninus Pius. During his 19 years of leadership, Aurelius gained a reputation as a philosopher king. Founding his beliefs on the teachings of Stoicism, the Roman emperor was also diligent in finding his own way of self-improvement. Stoicism is an ancient Hellenistic philosophy that teaches one to accept and surrender to what life brings without seeking pleasure or having fear of pain, and to treat others in a fair and respectful manner. Marcus Aurelius wrote personal notes and ideas on Stoic philosophy and spirituality as a source of guidance for himself. These notes, originally written in ancient Greek, formed a collection called Meditations. This book has been revered by many other philosophers over the centuries and is praised as a real testament to a government of duty and service. Let us now continue with the excerpt from Marcus Aurelius' Meditations in Book 6. The Stoic philosopher elaborates on what is worth prizing within ourselves and how we can live our lives with a clear conscience. Meditations, Book 6. Some things are rushing into existence, others out of it. Some of what now exists is already gone. Change and flux constantly remake the world, just as the incessant progression of time remakes eternity. We find ourselves in a river. Which of the things around us should we value when none of them can offer a firm foothold? Like an attachment to a sparrow, we glimpse it and it's gone. And life itself, like the decoction of blood, the drawing in of air. We expel the power of breathing we drew in at birth just yesterday or the day before, breathing it out like the air we exhale at each moment. What is it in ourselves that we should prize? Not just transpiration, even plants do that, or respiration, even animals breathe, or being struck by passing thoughts, or jerked like a puppet by your own impulses, or moving in herds, or eating and relieving yourself afterwards. Then what is to be prized? An audience clapping? No more than the clacking of their tongues, which is all that public praise amounts to, a clacking of tongues. So we throw out other people's recognition. What's left for us to prize? I think it's this: to do and not do what we were designed for. That's the goal of all trades, all arts, and what each of them aims at, that the thing they create should do what it was designed to do. Teaching and education. What else are they trying to accomplish? So that's what we should prize. Hold on to that and you won't be tempted to aim at anything else. And if you can't stop prizing a lot of other things, then you'll never be free. Free, independent, imperturbable, because you'll always be envious and jealous, afraid that people might come and take it all away from you, plotting against those who have them, those things you prize. People who need those things are bound to be a mess and bound to take out their frustrations on the gods, whereas to respect your own mind, to prize it, will leave you satisfied with your own self, well integrated into your community and in tune with the gods as well, embracing what they allot you and what they ordain. The elements move upward, downward, in all directions. The motion of virtue is different, deeper. It moves at a steady pace, on a road hard to discern, and always forward. The way people behave, they refuse to admire their contemporaries, the people whose lives they share. No, but to be admired by posterity, people they've never met and never will, that's what they set their hearts on. You might as well be upset at not being a hero to your great-grandfather. Not to assume it's impossible because you find it hard, but to recognize that if it's humanly possible, you can do it too. In the ring, our opponents can gouge us with their nails or butt us with their heads and leave a bruise, but we don't denounce them for it or get upset with them or regard them from then on as violent types. We just keep an eye on them after that, not out of hatred or suspicion, just keeping a friendly distance. We need to do that in other areas. We need to excuse what our sparring partners do and just keep our distance without suspicion or hatred. If anyone can refute me, show me I'm making a mistake or looking at things from the wrong perspective, I'll gladly change. It's the truth I'm after, and the truth never harmed anyone. What harms us is to persist in self-deceit and ignorance. I do what is mine to do. The rest doesn't disturb me. The rest is inanimate or has no logos or the word of God, or it wanders at random and has lost the road. When you deal with animals, with things and circumstances, be generous and straightforward. You are rational. When you deal with fellow human beings, behave as one. They share in the logos or the word of God and invoke the gods regardless. Don't worry about how long you'll go on doing this. A single afternoon would be enough. Alexander the Great and his mule driver both died, and the same thing happened to both. They were absorbed alike into the life force of the world, or dissolved alike into atoms. Think how much is going on inside you every second, in your soul, in your body. Why should it astonish you that so much more, everything that happens in that all-embracing unity, the world, is happening at the same time? If someone asked you how to write your name, would you clench your teeth and spit out the letters one by one? If he lost his temper, would you lose yours as well? Or would you just spell out the individual letters? Remember, your responsibilities can be broken down into individual parts as well. Concentrate on those and finish the job methodically, without getting stirred up or meeting anger with anger. How cruel to forbid people to want what they think is good for them, and yet that's just what you won't let them do when you get angry at their misbehavior. They're drawn toward what they think is good for them, but it's not good for them. Then show them that. Prove it to them. Instead of losing your temper, death, the end of sense, perception, of being controlled by our emotions, of mental activity, of enslavement to our bodies, disgraceful for the soul to give up when the body is still going strong. To escape imperialization, that indelible stain, it happens. Make sure you remain straightforward, upright, reverent, serious, unadorned, an ally of justice, pious, kind, affectionate, and doing your duty with a will. Fight to be the person philosophy tried to make you. Revere the gods. Watch over human beings. Our lives are short. The only rewards of our existence here are an unstained character and unselfish acts. Take Antoninus as your model always. His energy in doing what was rational, his steadiness in any situation, his sense of reverence, his calm expression, his gentleness, his modesty, his eagerness to grasp things, and how he never let things go before he was sure he had examined them thoroughly, understood them perfectly. The way he put up with unfair criticism without returning it. How he couldn't be hurried. How he wouldn't listen to informers. How reliable he was as a judge of character and of actions. Not prone to backbiting or gossiping or cowardice or jealousy or empty rhetoric. Content with the basics in living quarters, bedding, clothes, food, servants. How hard he worked, how much he put up with. His ability to work straight through till dusk because of his simple diet. He didn't even need to relieve himself except at set times. His constancy and reliability as a friend. His tolerance of people who openly questioned his views and his delight at seeing his ideas improved on. His piety without a trace of superstition, so that when your time comes, your conscience will be as clear as his. Awaken. Return to yourself. Now, no longer asleep, knowing they were only dreams. Clear-headed again, treat everything around you as a dream. Magnanimous viewers, we appreciate your company for today's words of wisdom. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more constructive programming. May heavenly virtues grace our lives like beautiful celestial jewels, unfolding our love and devotion to God.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Vegan side effect. You will be stronger.